Hi everyone, I'm GREYMOND. Today I want to talk to you about HOCD. HOCD is a very common type of OCD. I see it a lot. I have a lot of clients who have had it. I had a lot of clients who've recovered from it. For me personally, I don't find that this is a very difficult type of OCD to get over, assuming that you're going to be doing the right things. So let's talk about what are some of the wrong things, which is obviously the compulsions and the avoidance. So if you are avoiding certain shows that deal with homosexuality, certain even like news topics. So if you see something on the news, but it has to do with homosexuality in some way, then you avoid watching that. You avoid just daily life things that might trigger HOCD thoughts. So say if one of the actors in the movie is gay, then you're afraid to watch the movie or something like that, right? All of these things make OCD worse. So you have to understand that every time you avoid, you're making OCD worse. Every single time. It's just step back after step back after step back. So in order to recover, you have to push through. If you are in a situation where you've been avoiding a lot of things, and again, I'm not talking about anything outrageous. I'm talking about everyday life things that everybody around you they don't even notice, but for you it's a big deal because of HOCD. Then you have to start cutting down the avoidance. So say, for example, if you avoid the news, actually a lot of people avoid the news, like people with harm OCD also avoid the news, but people with HOCD, if you are avoiding the news, start watching the news. If you're avoiding certain shows, start watching those shows. Even if you can only watch it for say like a minute or two because it triggers you so much, then just watch it for a minute or two and keep going that way. I'm just talking about normal TV, right? Because you have to show your brain that everything is okay, that there's nothing going on, that this is just OCD and I'm not buying it anymore. That's how you have to play it, is that don't care, I'm not buying it anymore. So I can watch whatever I want, whatever you tell me. This is just the neighbor in the next apartment to me talking. The neighbor now thinks, what if I'm gay? Okay, that's what he's screaming in my head. I'm just living my life here, but that's what he's screaming, so I'll just let him scream because I can't really stop him. And then when the neighbor sees that he's not getting a reaction out of you, then he will stop screaming. And that's what you have to do. Now, in terms of compulsions, with HOCD, the major compulsion, there's few. There could be compulsions of, I don't want to wear this color because this color is a feminine color. This goes both ways. So for women, they don't want it's they're afraid to wear something that is masculine because that kind of enforces the thought of what if I'm gay, right? So it goes both ways. Just kind of you understand what I'm saying. But those things, you have to start cutting them down. So start wearing those colors little by little. And if this is not your preference, that's fine, but it can't be out of fear. A lot of the times people are afraid to say the word gay, to write the word gay. Just write it on a piece of paper, and you have to start doing that. It's just little by little every day doing that. That's all. When I work with clients, every week we make it a goal to be 25% better than the previous week. In 4 weeks, you're done. If you can make that goal in 4 weeks, you're done. And of course, it helps when you're actually working with someone to make that goal, because even though it seems easy, it's not so easy, obviously, because you haven't been doing that up to this point, right? But it is something that is definitely within your reach. You just have to apply yourself, because I'm telling you, you can do it. But if you show your brain all the time that you're afraid, that, this is scary, of course it's going to react to you more and give you more thoughts, and make it feel real on autopilot. So your brain right now is in full control of your feelings. So whatever feelings you get, doesn't matter if it feels 1,000,000% real. It's still OCD. This is your OCD. This is an OCD thought. Who cares what it's saying? This is just the annoying neighbor. And the one other thing I wanted to mention in terms of compulsions is analyzing, trying to compare feelings, trying to compare, well, am I attracted to this person or to this person? Am I attracted to a man or am I attracted to a woman? Let me compare these two people, and this is endless. You have to understand that all of this stuff sets you back and just makes the situation worse. You're getting further away from your recovery when you're doing that. So reduce rumination. In terms of rumination, so trying to figure it out, trying to analyze, start writing down how many minutes a day are you actually giving these thoughts any importance. How many times are you trying to figure things out, to understand, to see, to check, whatever? How many minutes a day are you doing that? And every day should be better than previous week. Putting into perspective that in the course of a week you want to reduce by, like I said, with clients we try to do by 25%, but at least do a little bit. And as you keep going, you will see things will improve. But if you don't put effort into it, if you don't start working on it, if you're listening to this and you have HOCD, clearly what you've been doing before has not been working so well. Otherwise, you wouldn't be listening to this. So let's do something that will work and that will help you recover and will get you to recovery. You don't have to live with this OCD. You can totally recover from this, but if you actually work on the recovery, actually do the right things. So this is my short overview of HOCD. I'm planning to do more on this topic because I haven't really talked a lot about it over the years, so I really should. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. I do daily videos about all things related to OCD recovery. If you would like to do one-on-one recovery program with me, all the information is on youhaveocd.com. Thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.